Well, we had a large Victorian house in Southbourne, and we were really looking to downsize. Property become far too big. Children flown the nest, and it was time to move to something a little more easy to manage, shall we say. We put the property on with a well-known agent in Bournemouth, expecting to have a sale within a reasonably short space of time. And then out of the blue, one weekend, a flyer from Capital and Coastal arrived. And I'd had a particularly uncomfortable meeting with my previous agent trying to instill a little bit of enthusiasm into him. And I think I'd failed fairly comprehensively. And I thought, well, when the Capital and Coastal flyer arrived, I thought, well, why not? So I phoned them up, and Michael Riley duly arrived. I told him the sort of problems I was having, and I felt confident that he was familiar with the marketplace into which our style of house should be sold. So he came and did the measurements, produced a very, very comprehensive, nicely produced presentation pack to hand out, and the process began. And I have to say, within a couple of weeks, we'd already had some much more serious interest in the property than we'd had in the previous 6 months. So I felt that sort of justified my decision of going to Capital and Coastal. Well, it was pretty much 3 months to the day from when I contacted Capital and Coastal to the day that the house was finally sold. And I felt that house moving is always very, very stressful. And I felt Michael made it easy because he's very good at communicating. So when you have a viewing, the one thing you want to know is, are they interested? And he was very good at coming back to me very quickly and saying, no, they're not, yes, they are, and keeping you abreast of the situation. And I think, well, whilst it's never going to be easy, it's easier if you know the people who come round to view either are or are not interested. And that, for me, is the key to it, all about communication. Capital and Coastal would be a company that I thoroughly recommend to anybody. I believe they know the market, they're very professional and extremely helpful.